Is there a certain amount of entrapment to being a rideshare driver? I get it. It sounds ridiculous, but hear me out. What up, folks? Once again, it is your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. Now, when we say entrapment, we're referring to basically leading someone on to do something that they otherwise would not be doing. And give you my own humble spiel. Just got off work, just finished my day job for the weekend. I don't work weekends. I'm actually in the mood to drive. I'm in the mood to take a few passengers. Like many of you folks out there, not only do we want to drive to make some side income, many of us enjoy the job. You get to meet with folks, have conversations. Many of us enjoy driving for a living. Nevertheless, we need to make some money to make this viable. After all, it costs money to start the car, maintain the vehicle, put gas in there and things like that. So you can't just drive for fun unless you're throwing away money. So we do want to make some money. But when I say entrapment, I do believe that most rideshare drivers choose this profession or choose this as a way of earning income because they not only want to make money, but they enjoy doing it. And I think that both Uber and Lyft realize that drivers also enjoy driving in addition to wanting to make some cash, which is why a hell of a lot of people, in my humble opinion, continue driving damn near at a loss of income. Now, I want to ask you folks, what is it like in your market? We're talking earnings guarantees, surge pricing, streaks and things like that. I'm not seeing shit anymore. And I'm telling you this because, like I just stated before, I'm in the mood to drive. Just a little bit of a bone. If Lyft or Uber would throw me a little bit of a bone, I would gladly get out here and take a few trips. I'm really in the mood. I have nothing planned for this weekend. So I don't mind 10 trips this evening, maybe another, 10, 20 trips tomorrow. I'm wide open. But look at what I logged in just to see what is out there. Now, there's nothing in terms of earnings guarantees, streak bonuses, or any financial incentives. But I wanted to see what the base trips being offered, base fare trips being offered. So I log in to see what's being offered at base fare. So I'm just going to show you the deadhead distance to get to the passenger and how much the overall trip is paying. First trip that I see when I log in to the app. You got to drive 14 minutes estimated, 5.9 miles to pick a passenger up. That total trip is paying $6.02. You've already lost 14 minutes of your time before the passenger even gets in the car. Damn how far they are going. In my humble opinion, driving 5 miles for $6 alone is not a great amount of earnings. And obviously, in regards to this trip, there's going to be several miles of additional driving. So 14 minutes driving to pick the passenger up, easily another 10 minutes of them in the vehicle. You're going to make a total of $6. Like I said, no incentives financially at all to do this. Second trip came in even worse. Driving 16 minutes, 7.4 miles away the passenger is. The total trip only pays $5.82. I don't believe driving 7.4 miles for $5.82 is even enough to do the trip in itself. But remember, this is 7.4 miles to pick somebody up, and then the trip begins. Just ridiculous rates they're offering. In the last trip, like I said, these are the 3 trips I got in a row. This is the first 3 trips I've seen. The last one gets even worse than the first 2. Driving 7.7 miles, 17 minutes of your time to pick someone up, and the total trip is only going to pay $5.29. So just think about what I've seen just briefly logging in. You're talking the better part of an hour worth of driving just to get to these passengers, in addition to how far they may need to go. 2 trips paid $5 and some change, one paid $6 and some change. $20 for the most part an entire hour's worth of work and whatever you're losing in fuel. It ain't worth it. It's just not worth, and by the way, it's not even 20 bucks. You're talking maybe 15, 16 bucks. It's just not even remotely close to being worth it. And like I stated before, because we like to drive, folks get out there and will start taking these trips at these ridiculous rates. Every trip that I just gave you, in my humble opinion, is either financially a loss for the driver or pretty damn close to it. Mere pennies you're going to be making, because most of us factor in how much fuel we're spending on trips. But all of my veteran drivers, I'm sure you're aware, there's a hell of a lot more in expenses you got to take into consideration. How often you're getting your oil changed, how often you're going through brakes and tires, wear and tear, you're depreciating the value of your car. I don't believe any of these trips that I just stated are profitable at all. Literally at all. For that amount of driving, what you're going to earn, not to mention what you may deal with from the passengers, I really want to get out and fucking drive. But damn, I can't do it for free. Or better yet, in some cases where I feel like I'm actually paying Uber or Lyft to let me drive. And to close the video up, here's what really pisses me off. Yesterday I did a video, Derek Costa-Showery of Uber, talking to a reporter from Wired, was suggesting to the reporter why his trip in New York City was so high is that, you know, inflation is kicked in and that the drivers get the better part of the fares. And he ended it by saying, over the last few years, drivers have been earning 40 to 50% more. You see the numbers that I just gave? If that is 40 to 50% more of what we used to make, what the hell was that number? It is just an illustration of how ridiculous what Derek Costa-Showery was saying. There's no damn way in hell that driving 7 or 8 miles for $5 or $6 represents a 50% increase in fare. All we need is one reporter that gives a damn about the drivers to take a statement like he said, turn on the app, see what the first trip is, and ask Derek Costa-Showery, you telling me this is 50% more than what they used to make? It would shut him the fuck up right off the bat. Just would really illustrate how ridiculous his statement is. You've seen the numbers I just put on the screen. How would any CEO explain that that is 40 to 50% more than what they made a couple years ago? Damn, were they actually giving you money to drive? It would shut them up real quick. Nevertheless, I wanted to run this by you because I did want to ask, do you feel like their low rates combined with the fact that many drivers do like to drive is almost an entrapment, so to speak? We know you like doing it. We don't have to pay you shit. We know you're going to get out there because we know you like driving. With yours truly, I'm going to go out bike riding or some shit like that. There's just no way I'm going to drive for these rates. But as I stated before, I want to drive. What about you? As always, click the like button. Subscribe to the damn channel. See you in the next video.